For nearly 40 years, SAA has been the national carrier of South Africa. A favorite of global traveler readers, they have received multiple awards for their wines and service in our annual surveys. I recently had the opportunity to sit down with Marc Cavaliere, head of North American Management of South African Airways, for some very interesting updates. Marc, great to see you. Hey, you know, the World Cup was seen by millions. It was a fantastic event. What effect did that have on South African Airways?
Well, Fran, I think the World Cup was a tremendous success from a number of different perspectives. Certainly for the country, for South African Airways as the national airline, and actually for the entire African continent. And it's had a tremendous positive impact already as the nation is really enjoying the afterglow of a tremendous success. From the airline standpoint, we've been involved now for almost 2 years in the planning phase on this, and we had separate and specific divisions set up just to make sure that from a logistical standpoint, from an accommodating standpoint, that we had everything planned out to a T to make sure that we had enough flights to South Africa from around the world, as well as all of the additional flying that we had to do within the nation to accommodate both the fans, the teams, the officials in moving them around through 10 different venues. So it was really quite a significant effort all the way around, but I think that predicated upon the response that we've gotten back from so many travelers, many of which came to the nation on South African Airways, that it's been a very big success in generating a tremendous amount of exposure for the continent, for the nation, and for the airline.
Marc, let's talk a little bit about the unique advantages of flying South African Airways.
Well, Fran, I think particularly from the perspective of the business traveler, the greatest advantage actually comes from a blend of between the product itself, the in-flight experience, the schedules that we have to offer and the convenience of the schedules, and then particularly as more and more business travelers are doing business on the African continent, using Johannesburg as the business epicenter and then traveling beyond Joburg into other parts of the sub-Saharan region. I think our convenient connections, I think our extensive network there is another very significant advantage. So, we operate 2 flights every day from the United States. We have the nonstop flight from JFK every morning that puts our business travelers in Johannesburg at 8:30 the following morning, gives them the whole day to accomplish what is on their business agenda either in Johannesburg, or that arrival time allows them to perfectly hit the departure bank that feeds out to 22 other destinations. So whether it be to other destinations in South Africa, Cape Town, Durban, Port Elizabeth, or beyond to the neighboring countries, they can, through convenient connections, be at their destination generally before noon to other parts of Africa.
Marc, can you please tell us a little bit about your business class?
It's all about the comfort and experience that our guests have en route. Now, from the business class cabin and for our premium customers, we obviously feature a number of different advantages, beginning with our award-winning lie-flat seat. So this seat converts into a fully lie-flat bed that we augment further with overstuffed pillows and a very comfortable duvet to ensure that our guests have a nice night's sleep and are fully rested on arrival. But it's a lot more than just the seat itself. It's how the cabin is laid out to provide a spacious environment, brightly lit, to give individuals plenty of personal space around their seat. It's all about the onboard meals, the dining combination to offer the customers, be it continental cuisine or an opportunity to begin sampling some of the South African tastes even prior to arrival. Then along with that, we offer our award-winning in-flight cellars in the sky that feature the South African wines that more and more of the world is becoming familiar with. We have on-demand, in-flight entertainment so that individuals have that option of starting and stopping, watching movies or television shows whenever they want to. When you're flying for 15 hours, 16 hours, 17 hours, everybody begins to have individual desires in terms of when they want to watch movies, when they want to go to sleep. So little things like this become extremely important.
South African Airways is a member of Star Alliance. How does this benefit the American traveler to South Africa?
Most notably, customers tell us that they really like the ability to be able to book seamlessly flights and connections amongst 28 different airlines, as well as to be able to earn frequent flyer points across all of those carriers. And in our case, it's been particularly attractive for the customers given the distance and the ability to earn a significant number of miles. Any of the members of the Star Alliance can take a single trip with us, and because of the distance, a single round trip alone will be 16,000 miles immediately credited to their accounts. So they're well on their way either to their first trip or significantly building up their bank for upgrades on other domestic flights or flights that they intend to take in the future. In addition to our participation in the Star Alliance, we've also recently added 2 additional partners here in the United States to make it even more convenient for guests and passengers coming from throughout the United States to our gateways in New York and Washington. Specifically, we've added interline agreements with JetBlue and also with Virgin America Airlines. And these are 2 outstanding partners that allow us to offer even more convenient connections from more places in the United States to our gateways and then on into South Africa and the Southern African region.
Mark, we've heard about many renovations at the South African airports. Can you update us on the progress, please?
Certainly. In preparation for the World Cup, the 3 largest airports in South Africa all had very significant renovations, enhancements, and one city even received an entirely new airport. Starting with our hub at Johannesburg, we have a brand new terminal where everything has been centralized, where through a state-of-the-art facility we have all of our international, domestic, and regional flights all conveniently coming in and going out of the same location to give it a much more expedient flow through the terminal itself. All brand new state-of-the-art facilities, including a brand new business class lounge for our guests. This includes facilities that range from showering facilities to dining prior to flight departure, work areas that include internet connection, both wireless as well as plug-in, areas which we call snooze rooms, where individuals can actually take a short nap if they want prior to flight departure and make themselves quite comfortable. So we have brand new facilities at the OR Tambo Airport in Johannesburg. In addition to that, the airport in Cape Town has been entirely remodeled using the same footprint. A brand new terminal has been built on the site there that's, again, state-of-the-art. And in Durban, the 3rd largest airport in South Africa, it's actually an entirely new airport, King Shaka International Terminal, which is now located north of the city of Durban.
Mark, please tell us about your career in aviation and at South African Airways.
Well, Fran, I've been extremely fortunate over the years. As a matter of fact, I started just over 30 years ago working for the airline industry during my last year of high school, as a matter of fact, in the Washington, D.C. area. And I began actually loading bags on airplanes and quickly moved into the frontline customer service position. And that pretty much was my launch into the operational side of the business, where I spent the next 12, 13 years working on the operational side, and then moved over into a combination of both operations and marketing, and continued to progress on the commercial and the marketing side. I've had the good fortune of working for a couple different carriers, both here in the United States and also being responsible for overseeing and managing the airline's international operations in different regions outside of the United States. I was recruited to be the Executive Vice President for South African Airways here in North America. And that's really been quite the exciting culmination, because I have an opportunity with SAA to be able to share, to be able to introduce a very, very exciting destination to the North American market, along with what we consider to be a very superior product. So we combine the best of both worlds, the destination experience along with the in-flight experience, and have a wonderful story to tell.
I hope you enjoyed our second in the series of video one-on-ones. Until next time, I'm Fran Gallagher from Global Traveler Magazine. I'll see you in business class.